Hi, I'm Paul Faronbi, aka IncrediPaul, and welcome to 6 Minute Saturdays. It's a shorter form of the podcast, saying great content when I dive into specific leadership, business, and career topics. Today, I want to talk about something that I do all the time, and I think more people do more of, is travel hacking and utilizing credit cards to do that. So when you first hear that, what is travel hacking? Well, the way I see it is that travel hacking is able to go on trips or do different things, paying little to no money for them, whether you're leveraging credit card points or travel miles or these other type of avenues where you can get deals on it. So I want to share about that, but really focusing more on the credit card side of things first. So I want to clarify that saying I'm not a credit expert by any means. I know I've done stuff for myself. For what I have done personally, for my side is I have over 800 credit score as far as TransUnion is concerned at 818 last time I checked, which is a couple of days ago. And then my credit limit as far as the credit utilization, all this stuff as far as credit cards is over $100,000. So all that means, if you haven't been in the credit space, is that I have a lot of different credit cards and have a pretty large limit on it just from using it, and I also keep the utilization low. So I won't go too deep into this, but one thing that if you want to become the most credible version of yourself is really leveraging these tools as far as credit cards. So credit cards can be almost a black hole as far as some people don't manage credit cards well, and you can end up in a lot of debt. But credit cards also allow you to do a lot of stuff as far as travel hacking. So perfect example, it's a couple weeks ago, went to Oklahoma for the weekend right after Thanksgiving to see my cousins, and was able to rent a car and pay $0 for the rental. And how was I able to do that? By using credit card points. Was through City Card, so I have a City Premier card, was able to go on there, book the travel with points, use the points, got it through Hertz, pay no money, and that was it. And it's not like I spent any additional money with my card to get it. It's just the regular spends I do as far as like groceries and restaurant and gas is what that card is really good for. So one thing I want to mention is that credit cards are not bad. Depending on who you ask, I know Dave Ramsey is pretty famous for saying to get rid of credit cards. But if you live in the United States, credit is something that you need to leverage. Keyword is leverage, because it's not something that you have to be obsessed with and go into lots of debt, but credit cards can be very useful. One key thing I always tell people with credit cards is if you're going to use them, make sure you pay off your statement balance every month. Every month pay it off. You don't want to be carrying a balance. Carrying a balance is where credit cards make their money, because they're like, they loan you the money and then they charge a percentage on what you leave there. But if you pay it off every month, it's free money you're getting loaned, and on top of that, you get the credit card points and the cash back. So right off the bat, depending on where you're at, maybe cash back is a better option for you. For me, I like to leverage the credit card points, because on average, credit card points will give you more money than just simply cash back. So perfect example, I was looking at it the other day, is that they're going to give me 10,000 points is going to give me $60 cash back, but the same 10,000 points would going to give me $100 in travel. So $40 difference, about almost 50% more that I would get just for using it for travel as opposed for cash back. But I would say whatever you're doing as far as we're trying to leverage it, I think it's good to be able to leverage those points. So share quick resources. So like I mentioned, I would say I'm not average. I think I'm slightly above average as far as what I'm doing, but some key people that you want to reach out to or follow on social media is the Points and Dr. Brian McElderry. Definitely the Points partner. He's more focused on the credit. I know Dr. Brian, he talks about that every now and then, but he's more focused on leadership and masterminds more recently. But check out the Points partner. He has a website. He shows all the different cards and which ones are good for the best spend. A lot of times people ask, okay, what's the best credit card? And the answer to most things, is it depends. So depending on what you're looking for, what you're spending money on, pull out your financial statement, whether it's your bank or hopefully you're already using credit cards, figure out what you're spending money on, and make sure you get credit cards in those areas. So if you have just a general one that gives you 2 times cash back, or one that gives you bonus points on specific areas like food and restaurants are pretty big, travel's another one. There's a lot of stuff in this area, but it's really key. You can leverage credit card points. Other thing is just traveling in general. All of these places, whether it's the Hiltons or Marriott's or Avis or Hertz, all these travel places have reward points, have reward centers, different places you can get points from that. Even if you don't travel that often, sign up and get the points. These points often don't expire. I know, like, for some they used to expire, like most recently, like through COVID, they don't expire anymore. So sign up, get the points, and if you're like me, I used to travel a lot. They can rack up pretty quickly. You can kind of transfer to different loyalties as far as their partners and stuff like that. That's getting into the weeds of it, but short of it is make sure you sign up for these, leverage credit cards. If you want to learn more about this, let me know if this was helpful or not. I know I kind of just dove a little bit into it, but key thing is credit cards are not bad. They can be good if used effectively, and that's one way that you can keep being incredible.